Okay, welcome back, culinary arts students. We are now 50% of the way through the semester, 5/6 of the way through the school year. That's exciting. Okay, 1/6 remaining. That's it, right? So, you guys got this. So, we're going to bring it home. So, I'd ask that you give me your attention, please, as I lecture. So, we're at the 50% mark. We're getting into soup, all grades. All grades are updated in Google Classroom, and I will update them into Skyward and make Tiger Time decisions this afternoon to inform that. So the one thing, when I give you time to work on Ruby today, my recommendation is the first thing you want to do is go to view your work and check your grades. A number of you have slipped down, and yeah, are solid. I've got 4 of you, really 5 of you in the solid 30 to 40% range. Okay. All right. That's definitely not passing, right? 60% is passing. So I don't know if it's funny, but okay. I'm just joking. I know you're laughing at something else. But to grab your attention, if your grade is lower than a 60%, you missed. I saw that. Then you need to engage. It's time. Okay. So yeah, what you're gonna leave it on the floor? All right, that's wait. I'm fine with that. All right, I'm down with that. Okay, so this is our learning target for the day. All right, and for the week. All right, I and we will learn and apply Volute-based soup preparation skills and extend three skills. Okay, I and we will learn and apply Volute-based soup preparation skills and extend sauce cookery skills. So I'm going to give you a pen really quick. Go. So again, right? I and we, okay, will learn and apply Volute. So Volute, right? If you remember, we talked about the mother sauces already, right? The mother sauces being bechamel, right? We did already. Volute, sauce tomate, tomato sauce, sauce espagnole, the brown sauce, and then the hollandaise, which is an emulsified sort of modern mother sauce. Okay, so we're building on that volute, and you're making a soup out of it. Okay, and the preparation that we're doing is broccoli cheddar soup. Okay, so you're gonna make that from scratch. Students love it. You don't. Oh, you do love it. Oh wow! Don't like your vegetables, but you like them when they're all pureed up. All right, good. All right, no bacon, no bacon. All right. Okay, so broccoli cheddar soup is what we're preparing. I'm going to walk you through really quickly the primary steps of cream soups and puree soups because this is sort of an overlap between the two. You've got Ruby, how to make roux-based soup. You've got one lesson this week, okay? You should be able to get it done and submitted today, okay? That should be the standard. Hey, did um, anybody check out a Chromebook charger for me using this card last? All right, yeah, I don't trust you, Ian. Yeah, that's what's so sad, you know. Did anybody straight up check this out? Check out a Chromebook charger cable. Ian's not telling me the truth. There's no name on it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Bruce. Okay. 15 minutes. When I'm done with lecture. All right. You got one out of 10 chance. All right. So how to make roux-based soup? One Ruby lesson. Let's just talk really quick. Let's talk soup. All right. No, let me talk soup, Joe. I'll talk soup. How about that? Rather than you guys talking about soup over there. All right, I'm going to talk soup. All right. So there's five primary categories of soups. You got puree soups, which are typically vegetable. You know, you're going to find that puree of broccoli or puree of mushroom, which is really you'll find in the Campbell's soup area. It can also be a cream soup. So they'll puree it, refine it. It'll be strained out, cream added to it, and that's typically a cream soup. So your soup in this case, you're going to puree part of it. We are going to put some cream in, so it's sort of a hybrid puree cream soup. And then we're going to put some pieces of the broccoli florets, very small, okay, for those of you who don't like vegetables. They're going to be in there just to give you a little bit of texture, okay? And so, whereas a cream soup, right, as I said, like the cream of squash, the cream of broccoli, mushroom, potato that you find in the store is going to be very refined, right? There's not going to be any garnish in it or anything like that. Okay, clear soups, you got broths and consommes and vegetable soups like minestrone would be a clear soup. Okay, who likes minestrone? Okay. Okay, it's an Italian soup. Okay, like a vegetable and bean soup. Then you got thick soups like split pea, chowder, bisques. Okay, bisques are made when you use the shells, the crustaceans from either like crawfish or lobster or shrimp, and you roast those and you puree them into the soup base, and then you strain them out. So you extract the flavor much like you do with a chicken or beef stock, and then you strain them out. And then you get chilled soups, okay? Hopefully the weather's going to be changing soon, and it'll be a good time for chilled soups again. But chilled soups are cold, often used for desserts, or I would do like a chilled gazpacho and tequila soup as sort of an amuse when guests would show up to a private chefing event. And then fruit soups when stone fruits like peaches are in their prime. A nice chilled peach soup, chilled peach and yogurt soup, a little vanilla cream on top, sweet to finish a dessert. Okay. Um, Soup is obviously an opportunity to use leftovers. All right, that's one of the primary uses. You've got items in the refrigerator, you don't know what to do with them. A soup is a great way to extend that flavor, get that last meal out of those leftovers before you throw it away, and finish it before it's bad. Okay. You want a good foundation to a quality soup is going to be. Once you pick that back up, please. All right, that's yours. Okay. A good foundation is going to be a good stock. Okay, so if you make a chicken stock or a beef stock, it's going to be when it's chilled. It's going to be gelatinous, like Jello, right? I talked about this a couple weeks ago. It's going to be flavorful and it's going to be clear. Okay, but a good stock. We're going to use a base. Okay. I've mentioned this before, and bases are a substitute. Okay, you've got the chicken base like this. Okay, that we use. From this. All right, and then you've got like broths that are in the box. Okay, you've got bases. Like here's a chicken base. Okay, you can buy this like at cash and carry, and then most of you probably have at home bouillon cubes. Okay, they're little cubes, 8 ounces. How many of you made the mistake? Like this is a very appealing little package for a young child. You're going to eat this thinking it was candy. There's usually one in the room. Where are you? Okay. There's the one. Nolan. Nolan was the one. Okay, usually it's like, oh, that looks like chocolate or something, And boom. And it's this salty chickeny flavor, all right? All right, so bouillon cubes are quite commonly used, and typically the standard is using one cube, okay, to 8 ounces, okay, of hot water. Whereas when you're doing the base like this, it's typically just 1 teaspoon, okay, to 8 ounces. So when you do the base this week, all right, 1 teaspoon to 8 ounces, you should know that already, right? All right, just read the directions on the manufacturer's packaging. If you're doing a bean-based soup, it's really important to rinse the beans and soak them in advance. Sort of sort through them, make sure there's no gravel in them. Okay, that's important. And then, if anything, when you're soaking them, if anything rises to the top, you want to discard that. You want to pre-soak them at least for 12 hours. Okay, so I typically will just take them, put them in the water. You want to do double the amount of water because you're rehydrating the beans, and then you want to throw that in typically in a refrigerator to slow down any possibility of fermentation if you're soaking it longer than 12 hours. And then garnishes are an important part of soup. So I talked to you about cream, okay? A lot of the time in this case, we're going to add cheddar cheese. That's going to melt into the base of the soup. And then you're going to add in some very small cut broccoli florets just to get a little bit of bright green color in the soup and to bring a little bit of crunch and texture to it. So I'm going to show you the preparation of a velouté-based soup here. Smaller, about the teeth in there. You get the taste, serve it up. Okay. All right, that's it. So nice, rich soup. Good way to use vegetables, right? If you don't like vegetables, it's a good way to make them sort of more palatable. What I'd like you to do, as I said, Ruby, you got one lesson. Go into Google Classroom in your Chromebooks, check your grades, number one, and then log into Ruby. We are in week number 9, I think, for this semester.